I'm Dr. Alay Banker. I'm a retinal specialist here practicing in Ahmedabad, and it's a great privilege for me to use the PDPlus for one of the first times trying to use my entire flow work in a very different manner. Basically, I was not too keen to use the typical electronic medical record system for obvious reasons, where you just have to spend more time working on the computer, facing the screen of the computer and ticking the boxes, rather than chatting with the patient or looking face to face with the patient, which is actually one of the most irritating factors for a patient worldwide, for doctors who are using it. So I have been trying to get something else, and I found PDPlus. This is a wonderful way of totally digitalizing the entire working of your entire hospital. Most importantly, I think it has made my entire hospital very efficient. I would say efficient by almost 2 times. One of the most important factors is, when I first thought of considering the entire system, my main area of concern was how my staff would actually get used to this system. And to my surprise, till today, actually it's my staff who is more efficient rather than me. And I'm being very frank that even today I have to call my staff because I get stuck up here and there. But it's amazing how the entire staff, whatever level of intellectual level it is, they love this system. Right from giving the appointments to the patient's registration, and most importantly is the workflow. I think you can see we can screen mirror the entire working tab onto the large screen, and it's very nicely color coded. So there are different working stations, and how the system works is the patient goes to each working station, and when the patient goes to that particular working station, it's entirely color coded, saying that the patient is currently working on or has finished the work. The color changes, goes with the other working station. So I can gauge the patient flow in each and every working station right from looking at the screen. And we have the total wait time from the point of entry of the patient into the hospital to the entry into my room. Also, we can see the working time at each workstation. So, and we have a graph analysis which comes out automatically. So this helps us at the end of the week or at the end of the month, to sit down and analyze where patients are getting stuck and how to improve our efficiency. So that's extremely helpful. I think the most important reason why I like this is, as I told you, being a retinal surgeon, we usually have to draw a lot of things. We have to draw the eyes of the patient, we have to take images of the patient, and I never liked that. And that was my main area of concern with the other electronic medical record system. So I was always looking at a system where basically my working style should not be altered, in the sense that we usually write or draw, and it should be in the same manner. And if you can see here, what we are doing is essentially we are doing everything with the paper and pencil, writing down with the history, and then I make the drawing of the eye, and then it's very easy and very impressive for the patient to show them on the large screen. So this is extremely helpful. And you have the patient's details. Not only that, but all the previous records of the patients have been converted, digitalized in a PDF format, and it can be retrieved anytime. The other issue is, whatever images that we take are also incorporated into this system, and it's a very efficient way of transmitting information between one room to the other. And also, if I am traveling, I can just work from wherever I am with the tab, and once I log in and open the tab, it's like working live from another room, and having a live consultation. So it's extremely easy to use. I have started seeing about 1.5 times the number of patients that I was seeing prior to the use of the system. So now my efficiency has increased by 1.5 times. Not just the number, but I have reduced my working hour by 45 minutes. I think that is very important. So I finish my work 45 minutes earlier than what I used to. So definitely that's increased productivity, increased efficiency, and most importantly, it's fascinating for the patients. I mean, I get almost 10 patients every day. They say, "Oh sir, this is amazing. You've digitalized the entire system, made it paperless." But more so than paperless, it's the kind of the workflow that the patients are seeing. They really get impressed with it. They go from one room to the other, and automatically all the color coding is there. So the next room knows, and I think that's very important, because the patient feels that they are moving in a very easy way all around the hospital without any confusion among the staff. Now you have like 25 patients at a time being walked up in the entire between like 10 staff. So naturally there are bound to be a little bit of confusions, but with this color coding time, it becomes very easy, and we've had very nice markers for every little things. So for the staff, it becomes very easy to identify what has to be done with this particular patient. So that's extremely useful. And I think the other very useful thing about this system, that it is highly customizable, and that's what we've done. I mean, when we started, it was a very basic format, and with time, even till today, we are changing, we are customizing it according to our needs, according to patients' needs. What we've incorporated is that automatically whenever the patient registers, they get a message on their phone. When the patient logs out or goes out of the hospital, the appointments are also given automatically to their phone. A reminder is automatically sent a day prior to their appointments. So this is all, once it's done at that point, we don't have to remember that I have to do that later on. And any reports that the patient wants, just at one click, the entire report is emailed to the patient. We also email and send reports to the referral doctors, so nothing extra needs to be done. And most importantly, my other area of concern was the internet speed. I mean, in India, we still lack that, because these are all high, very, very high information, images. So I was a little bit concerned that since it's a cloud-based system, it might take a long time to get uploaded, to retrieve the information, but it's working really fast. And we all know we have breakdowns of internets every day almost. So we've come out with a local server also. So even if electricity goes or the internet does not work, we still have our local server. So our work does not get interfered at any time. And even if there's no electricity, no internet, the work is still there, we still have the data, and maybe at the end of the day we can just upload all the information, if not in the current timeline. So in all, I think this is a very, very exciting new way of digitalizing all your medical records and working. And I'm sure because it is customizable, it's going to be useful for every kind of specialty in medicine, not just eye or not just retina. It's easily customizable to any physician, whatever its needs may be. So I would strongly recommend at least for people to give it a try, and I'm sure you'll never have any problems. And it's the most fascinating work. And I still feel that, of course, there is a lot of scope of improvement, and that will come with your wants and needs day-to-day basis. I mean, because you're becoming more and more efficient, you will feel like, now I want this more, and it's doable, and that's what we are doing. So it's very easy, very user-friendly, extremely user-friendly, and I think the best part is the interface is very nice. So even if a new staff, like I had new staff which is there only since 15 days, and now I see her, she's become very efficient working on it. So PDPlus is the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you.